In this evening's edition of A Ray of Hope, where silence speaks, the story of how two organizations are working to bridge the communication gap between the deaf and the hearing with the inaugural staging of Deaf Debates. Amoy Harriet was there.
Imagine watching a debate competition where the speakers of both teams don't speak, at least not with their mouths.
My team strongly believes that deaf education is superior to mainstream education.
The motion being debated is, this House believes that deaf education should be prioritized over mainstream education for the deaf community. Side Parliament, Maypen Unit for the Deaf. The opposition, the Lister Mayor Gilby LMG High School for the Deaf.
I still think that my team did well. Even if we don't win, we're still a winner.
Her team ended up winning. No words were spoken, but their arguments were clear.
We're all the same. We're all equal. It doesn't matter if you're blind, dumb, deaf. We're still humans. And out of this world, if a deaf person says, I prefer to stay with the deaf community because I understand deaf, no, that can't work. If a hearing said, no, I prefer to stay with the hearing community, if I'm going to understand, it doesn't make sense. Because they have time to experience the world, and then the next day, both hearing and deaf have to come together.
I think it's important because back then, we thought it was hard for the deaf to navigate hearing spaces. They kept facing challenges and hearing people would tend to overlook them. I want to see the deaf and the hearing working together so that, deaf can have increased self-esteem.
And so the longing remains for a society where all voices are heard and efforts are made to bridge the communication gap between the deaf and the hearing. The debate was staged by Sign Clubs of Jamaica in association with the Jamaican Association for Debating and Empowerment, JADE. Zante Thomas is founder and executive director of Sign Clubs of Jamaica.
So we really wanted to have this deaf debate to show the rest of Jamaica that deaf persons are just like us, especially the deaf youth. They are able to articulate their ideas like us, participate in intellectual discourse. So having this platform here where, the University of the West Indies student population as well as external entities are able to witness, they are seeing that deaf can.
Jamaica has made progress in inclusivity for deaf Jamaicans and by extension the entire disabled community. But there's still a far way to go. The hope is that their needs won't fall on deaf ears.
Inclusivity is something that's lacking from, or if not lacking, it's on a low scale in our Jamaican society. And inclusivity, looking on the disabled or otherwise abled communities. So definitely zooming into the deaf community, I think there should be more partners coming on, more corporate bodies and government entities so that deaf awareness can be boosted and deaf individuals can feel welcomed in a society that they know and love Jamaica.
With A Ray of Hope, I'm Amoy Harriet.